Welcome to Thunkworks. So there's been some time, at least a year since I've done a YouTube video, but I'm trying to get back into the habit. I'm going to try a slightly different style, more vloggy, rather than just focusing on one project build. So I'm going to show you what I'm currently working on, a couple of projects I've got on the go, and just sort of go from there really. So this is one project I'm working on at the moment. This project is going to be a bonsai tree, specifically hoping it to be a cherry blossom bonsai tree. This is a piece of dragon stone from it's commonly used for aquariums. But basically this is going to be the tree. I'm working on the root system, but it's very time consuming. This is titanium, this tubing. I've got all these little bits of tube here that I'm using for roots, and with the titanium I can't adjust these bends at all, so I'm having to sort of find pieces and pick and choose ones that fit nicely. So I'm working on that. That's a long-term project, but I've spent a couple of weeks kind of fiddling with it, and I just want to have a quick break from it. So today I'm working on some roses. So I've been making roses for quite some time. So that's one of my kind of original style ones. You can see the kind of petals sort of poke out a bit. Then that sort of developed into this style, which was a lot nicer rose, not nicer shape, slightly thicker stem. I do make giant roses as well. This is stainless steel. I really like those. And then recently I made this big copper rose, which I really like. The interesting thing, well, to me anyway, this inner set of petals here is actually the same size as on this rose. Just the next layers are made bigger. So what I'm working on is a new set of templates. I'm making these from, I think these are 3mm thick, just mild steel. I'm going to use this as my templates, and hopefully like a sandwich plate, so I can sandwich sort of stainless steel or whatever material I want to make roses from between some of these steel plates, and maybe 5 layers thick, and cut out multiple at a time on the bandsaw. That's the idea. That's what I'm working on right now. One other thing before I get on with that, say one big upgrade to my workshop fairly recently was a TIG welder. Now this has meant I'm able to work on a lot more materials, hence the titanium. As far as a welding process, it's just so much more versatile than the MIG welder. I can weld copper, brass, titanium, stainless steel, aluminium, mild steel with it. It's great, absolutely love it. I'm still learning, but it's going pretty well. So that's a big update to my workshop, and there's been a bit of a reorganisation in here since I last did a video. So my welding table and welding area is now over here by my garage door, and I'll just quickly show you this. So this is a new workbench I set up. I've got some polishing bench mounted grinders, polishing mop set up over there. It just gives me some more workbench space. This bench is a bit of a mess, but yeah, so I'm gonna get on with cutting these templates out. So I've got my metal templates now cut out. So I'm not sure if I mentioned before, but these new templates are kind of a hybrid size-wise between this old stainless steel version and this copper one. It's going to be somewhere in between. And the 3 petal template for both of those roses is the same size. It's that size. And then so these are ever so slightly bigger, and this one slightly bigger again. Should give you a slightly larger rose than the stainless steel one. It'll be again a little bit smaller than the copper. I do need to cut out a template for the sort of leaf part, which I'm going to do now, and then I need to make one to check I'm happy with the size of all the petals. Hopefully you can hear me okay with the horrendous rain we're having at the moment. So I've now cut out that template of the leaf part. I messed up a little bit, drilled some holes in the wrong place, but not an issue. So yeah, so that's all my rose template pieces cut out now. However, so this is a good example of why I'm going to do some sort of vloggy videos, because right now I'm not going to be able to be in my workshop for a few days after today, and I have a new tool arrived today. So I've got this. So it's a mini mill. It's new to me, but by no means is new. So this arrived today. So it's actually from where I work. They've upgraded to a newer, slightly larger one. So this was being disposed of effectively. It does need a bit of maintenance. Got a bit of play in the sort of quite a lot of backlash in the screws and things. Needs a little bit of maintenance. So, but yeah, they were happy for me to take it. So that turned up today via my boss. So what I'm going to do now, because I'm not going to be in the workshop for a few days, I'm just going to take the opportunity tonight to tidy up, make space for this new mini mill, which the mini mill will be going on this workbench around a bit here. So I'm gonna clear that. I'll find homes for what is on there, and then I'll have a bit more of a tidy up around the rest of the workshop over here as well, and my welding table. I'm gonna probably need that for something else soon. I'll have to just put the not a project of my own. I've just got a fabrication a job I'm going to have to do soon. So I'll probably just clear the bonsai tree out the way for the time being. So I'm probably going to just time lapse, well, try and time lapse tidying the workshop, and give you an update when I'm done. Hopefully I will be done. Okay, so I've still got some tidying up to do. You can probably see on that workbench behind me, but this workbench is nice and cleared, and I've got my new mill up on it. So I will need to sort of adjust. I actually want to move this shelf either just up or replace it altogether. Obviously the motor on the mill just gets in front of these. These are my sandpaper, so it kind of gets in the way a little bit. I've got it positioned so I can nice access to that. There's enough. I can't quite move the table all the way to the right because of this cupboard, but I think it's very rare I'm going to have to go all the way. I might move the mill over a little bit so I can get a bit more travel in that if I need. For anyone that doesn't know, this is Thunk. He's my mascot. Made him a while ago. He's a 2-foot tall, fully articulated robot. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to film it anymore. I'm going to carry on cleaning up the. I'm going to carry on cleaning up the workbench on the other side of the workshop. So I'm going to clear that off. That section there will probably stay exactly as it is. Maybe a couple of things will get tidied, and then I'll be clearing off my welding table. So that's probably it for this video. Because I'm not going to be in the workshop for a few days, I'm going to call it there, stop filming, put this video out just as a vlog, just as kind of an update, say I'm still here, I'm still making things. Hopefully you'll follow along. Obviously you can subscribe. I'd like some feedback. If you like these vloggy videos, I'd hope to do, because these are a lot easier to produce. I do still plan to do some build videos, some more, hopefully with some cinematic shots and some full build videos. But they'll take longer to produce, and then that type of video, if I start filming and then I get interrupted, like I have a week off or whatever, it's hard for me to process, at least until I get into a flow of producing videos again, hopefully regularly. But that's it for today. I'll leave you with this because it's kind of started off with the roses, and hope you will tune in and subscribe and watch more of my videos in the future.